Going to space is very, very expensive. But thankfully, learning about it is not. So let's look at the second part of Top 10 Facts About Space in today's video of DiscoverZen. Number 10. If two pieces of the same type of metal touch in space, they will permanently bond. This incredible fact is also known as cold welding, and it happens because the atoms of two pieces of metal have no way of knowing that they are separate. This doesn't happen on Earth because the air and water is found in between the pieces. Number 9. In 3.75 billion years, the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy will collide. The Andromeda Galaxy is approaching the Milky Way at a rate of around 110 kilometers per second, or 68 miles per second. And eventually, the two will collide and form a giant elliptical galaxy in approximately 3.75 billion years from now. Number 8. There is floating water in space. Astronomers have found a massive water vapor cloud that holds 140 trillion times the mass of water in Earth's ocean, somewhere around 10 billion light years away, making it the largest discovery of water ever found. Number 7. The largest known asteroid is around 960 kilometers wide. Discovered by Italian astronomer Giuseppe Piazzi in 1801, the dwarf planet Ceres was the first and largest object to be considered an asteroid. It is located in the asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter and accounts for 33% of the entire belt's mass. Number 6. The moon was once a piece of Earth. The theory is that when Earth was relatively a young planet, it was struck by a giant object, and this collision broke a piece of Earth away to create the moon. This piece then began to orbit the Earth as a result of the gravitational pull. Number 5. The Sun makes up 99.86% of the mass in the solar system. Made up of 3/4 hydrogen and helium for most of its remaining mass, the Sun accounts for 99.86% of the mass in our solar system, with a mass of around 330,000 times that of Earth. Number 4. There is a volcano on Mars 3 times the size of Mount Everest. At 600 kilometers wide and 21 kilometers high, Olympus Mons is a volcano on Mars that may still be active according to scientists. It is the tallest peak on any planet. However, the Rhea Silvia central peak on the asteroid Vesta is taller at 22 kilometers. Number 3. More energy from the sun hits Earth every hour than the planet uses in 1 year. In a single hour, the amount of power from the sun that strikes the Earth is more than the entire world consumes in 1 year. To put that in numbers from the US Department of Energy, each hour is 430 quintillion joules of energy from the sun that hits the Earth. That's 430 with 18 zeros after it. In comparison, the world energy supply stands at 5.67 times 10 to the 20th joules for the entire year of 2013. Number 2. Jupiter's red spot is shrinking. Jupiter's famous red spot has been shrinking over the past few decades. This spot on the planet is a giant spinning storm that used to be able to fit about 3 Earths, but now only 1 Earth can fit inside the spot. Interestingly enough, as the storm is shrinking in width, it's actually growing taller in length. As of 2018, scientists are still stumped as to why the phenomenon is occurring in the first place, but some theorize that it may have to do with jet streams on Jupiter that have either changed direction or location. Number 1. There may be a huge planet at the edge of the solar system. In January 2015, California Institute of Technology astronomers Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown announced, based on mathematical calculations and simulations, that there could be a giant planet lurking far beyond Neptune. Several teams are now on the search for this theoretical Planet 9, which could take decades to find if it's actually out there. This large object, if it exists, could help explain the movements of some objects in the Kuiper Belt, an icy collection of objects beyond Neptune's orbit. Mike Brown has already discovered several large objects in this area, and in some cases, they rival or exceed the size of Pluto. His discoveries were one of the catalysts for changing Pluto's status from a planet to a dwarf planet in 2006. It is theorized that it is almost impossible to find this Planet 9 with our current technology because of its distance, and it's said that the planet hasn't completed its revolution around the sun since our last ice age, which was 11,550 years ago. So this was all about the second part on the top 10 facts of space. Now let's talk about the top 10 accurate science fiction movies. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and save that for the next episode on DiscoverZen.